Hey guys, welcome to today's issue Coffee Talk. We'll be right back.
Got all excited.
There we go.
I did too. I thought he was going to do something great. Hey!
Doing tricks this morning.
Hey, we got a special gate today.
Special
Special guest today.
That's
Special guest Kate is with us today.
It's a little bit licky to say that.
It's a little bit licky. Every once in a while. A little less dissing.
How many cups of coffee have you had this morning? You on like number 12, 14?
I'm a little shaky. Anyways, we have Kate in the house today. So Coffee Talk with Kate. I don't have a clue what we're going to get into, but yeah, let's go.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Well, I told her when I got here I had my Stronger Together cup because she was here for the
event.
Yeah, that's right.
The event.
Yeah.
This weekend, Stronger Together. So the event Saturday, if you're not familiar with what Jimmy's saying, this coming Saturday, we do a fundraiser for our nonprofit, and it's called Stronger Together. So this cup he has was from last year's event, and we sold those at the event to raise money. So.
To raise money. Yep. It says Stronger Together right on, and it has the year on the backs.
2022.
That's good.
Yeah, so Kate came in. We did a Whatnot show last night. Kate helped out. It was kind of fun. I thought prices were pretty strong last night overall. The last week, prices I feel like have picked up a little bit.
I like when I put in from Donaldsville and you're like, who's Bird Josh from Donaldsville?
There was somebody else from
then I didn't say anything else. I was like, oh, I'm being quiet.
Let it go.
That's funny. There was a...
And we got Jimmy back.
Yeah, Jimmy's been gone. You guys
Oh my
noticed
gosh.
last week it was just Josh and I on.
Yeah, look at him. He's like 3 shades darker, nice and tanned up.
I got a little sun.
Uh-huh.
Well, I told Jacob last night, and people should know that someone had to go on vacation.
Yeah,
He took one for the team, didn't
And
he?
they said it was me. And
we appreciate the sacrifices you're making.
Jimmy just does it all for us, doesn't he?
Told him he went on training, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a little
Sent me a picture.
And I got, I went on pirate training.
Pirate
I got
training.
a little picture taken with Captain Morgan.
Captain
I don't
Morgan.
remember what captain it was. I think it was Morgan.
I think it was Morgan.
Oh, well, guys, I think everybody here knows who Kate is. If you don't know Kate, follow that bug. Incredible reseller. Does a lot of volume sales on Whatnot. Has a YouTube channel and traveled. How many different antique shops have you been to in your life in the United States?
I tried to add it up last time you asked me.
Yeah.
And I lost track and kind of lost patience after 700.
Over 700. There you go.
That's
Over
a few.
700 antique malls and shops, and so Kate has great insight into our industry, into the malls and shops and reselling, and she does a massive volume. I mean, it's pretty impressive to watch her work. And not only she does a lot of volume, but she's like Josh says this. She says watching somebody that is really good at their trade or craft is fun to do.
Yeah.
And when you watch Kate buy and sell, like it's just fun to watch. It's like how she approaches it, the whole thing.
Thank you.
I was excited to go look at your pics from yesterday. I was like, oh, what'd she get?
No, it's really good. So, where have you been to this week, Kate? The last week. Where else have you been?
The last week I went to...
Uh-oh.
This is a trick. You're trying to get me to pronounce your Ohio
The Ohio
town.
name.
It's a trap.
Muwami.
I went to Mommy. I didn't go to Chili Cloth.
No, chili cloths.
Nor Portsmouth.
Yep, Portsmouth, chili cloth.
I went to Ravenna, and I went to Medina, and I went to wherever Jeffries is. I don't know where that is.
Up on
I'm just gonna call it
I-75. Yeah.
Jeffries, Ohio. Type it in. It takes
Is that
you
near
there.
Tiffany?
Yeah, it's near Tiffany, exactly. And then I went up to Toledo and Mame. That's what I called it in my video.
Mame.
Just to Mame.
That way you got it right.
Cover it all.
Yeah, just to make it look like I knew what I was doing. And then I went down to Cincinnati, and then I came straight down here. I was like,
Oh,
we're
perfect.
up here.
Up here.
Up here. Yes, up here.
So I understand the mispronunciation of the places though, because the first time I went to Rushi, I said Russia.
It's what it looks like, yeah.
Russia, Ohio.
Russia, Ohio? Who did that?
No, it's Rushi.
No, it's Rushi. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing is pronounced how it's spelled here,
Yeah.
except for Springfield.
Springfield is. It's easy.
Part of Ohio.
Yeah,
Kept it simple.
Kept it simple.
Partey.
Well, on our way back, coming through on the big billboard, it says, you know, Ohio welcomes you, the heart of it all.
Yeah.
And I was like, they took that from
Copied
us.
it from
They
us.
stole our.
They stole our slogan.
We're willing to share with the state. It's okay.
That's awesome. So Kate is with us all week. So this week coming up on Whatnot, you guys got to make sure you're tuned in to our notifications. If you're not familiar with Whatnot, it's an app where we sell live sell stuff. If you're not familiar with Whatnot, you need to get familiar with it because we're selling a lot on there. And Kate is like a leading seller on Whatnot in the antiques and vintage categories. And we're gonna have a lot of sales in the next 2 weeks on there. And then we're gonna take 2 weeks off completely. So we got only 2 weeks left before we take a little break. But yeah, jump on there, download the app, get on there, follow at Burner Brother Antiques is our channel, and Kate's channel is Follow That Button. So follow those two channels, watch our pop-ups, and this week we're going to do some stuff together. We don't know what we're going to get into. We'll have some fun, but
That's really what I was doing. In case
what was you doing?
Well, I was pre-scouting.
Yeah, you're scouting out the areas.
Like when the president comes in, the Secret Service comes ahead, you know, scouts
getting
the
ready for
area.
Jacob.
I went down ahead and made sure it was okay for you guys to
go
by.
by.
Yeah, to go by. There's
by
a
down
couple places you'd like to see. So
that's hilarious.
Jacob, that dedication's hard to find.
It is, yeah. Hey, can you go pre-scout at some island somewhere?
yeah.
Which sounds, I don't know, somewhere with the beach. It sounds better.
I did get some stuff down there though. Actually,
Yeah,
believe it or not, I went to some yard sales.
Did you?
I went to a couple yard sales and about 7 thrift stores. Went to a Goodwill in Lafayette, Tennessee. Lafayette.
I was saying, is it
Lafayette.
Lafayette?
Lafayette. Yes,
It seems like Ohio.
it is.
It's the same
I went to a
thing.
few places down there. I got a couple good deals. I got a nice. Actually, I think the best one I got was an old McCoy teapot for $6. Really nice.
Yeah.
Color.
Yeah, green.
What kind was it? Was it face or what is it?
It's the handled green leaf looking one. It's got the handle
Yep.
on top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a good buy. And then Shannon got. She's really excited about these. She got some vintage glasses. She just sold a pair on
Like
her.
glasses?
Yes,
On her
regular
yes.
glasses to wear.
She sold a pair of
Sunglasses.
cat glasses.
So good.
She got another pair. They're big
Yeah.
like cat glasses, and she's
We
got
picked
some.
up a cool
So
pair this
good.
week.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're selling
I
them
think
from.
they're on the burners.com.
They're like 1950s.
Yeah.
Just, they have the look.
Aluminum.
Oh,
I
really
picked up
cool.
a pretty cool pair in your antique mall yesterday, actually.
Might have been the ones we had.
Are they folding with the original case and all the
No.
rhinestones?
No,
One of
it
those.
has the
Those are
rhinestones, but we don't have the case or anything.
Yeah, I'd never seen the case with them.
That's
I
awesome.
was pretty
But she's excited about them. She's got like 5 pair now. I mean, she's into the glasses looking now too.
That's awesome.
That is cool. Everybody loves them too.
Yeah, they're a sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to see the changes in the market, isn't it?
You know, you just said sleeper. That's the one thing she found, that she can find places that people are selling that's not jacked up yet, and like in prices of everyone knowing what they are.
Yeah.
She's found a few of them now.
That's awesome.
Like glasses, buying 6 pair of glasses.
They're super spendy and super collectible.
Yeah.
So we have, every week we try and answer questions on our coffee talk, and so I had this comment from last week, and it's kind of an interesting comment, and I want to address it. It says, for one of your next episodes, can you read some of the mean comments? No, I don't want to do that. No, you know what, we get a lot of mean comments, not a lot, we get some, but it's okay, whatever. You know, we're not worried about that. We're going to continue to look past that stuff, and if we do something wrong, you know, we'll own up to it if we make a mistake, but I don't do mean comments. But one funny story though, did you guys see the text with Kaylin getting?
Yeah.
It went
viral on Facebook, I think. It was on TikTok originally, and then they put it on Facebook, and it was my daughter's husband was away for 9 months, and when he came home, he like worked with my wife to make it a really big surprise for my daughter, and they did it right here on our back porch, almost where we're sitting at, and Kaylin didn't realize it was being recorded, but her brother recorded just like the whole thing, and then Kaylin took out just the little tiny spot where he actually walks around the corner and she sees him for the first time, and she reacts, and it was just a small clip, anyways, the comments, that got put on TikTok, and then somebody else shared it, and it got like 40-some thousand views, and about 2/3 of the comments were just horrible hate comments. And so I even told my daughter, don't worry about it. You can't do that, you know, like just look beyond that stuff, do the right thing. It's so easy to get caught up in that stuff on Facebook or anywhere else, and I don't want to do that. You know?
Don't go down the rabbit holes of that.
Don't go down the rabbit holes.
The more you read them and
try to defend your action or side or whatever.
You know what? Those things don't go down the rabbit hole of. And enjoy what you're doing. And the people that you have, the people that you watch and that you care about, this is. You're here because you want to see it.
Right things right way.
Do it the right way.
And you know, I feel like part of what we're supposed to be doing on our channel is being an inspiration in the industry and a light to people, having a lot of fun. You know, we are who we are, and this is just not something I would be interested in doing. But I understand that we do get some of that stuff, and then probably the question was coming from, why don't you guys say anything about this? We just ignore it. You know, I don't want to address it. We just ignore it and go on. And those of you that make great comments, we really appreciate all of those.
Well, it goes along with if you don't have something nice to say to someone, don't say anything at all.
What movie was that on?
Was
it Bambi? I think it was Bambi.
Bambi?
Yeah, if you don't have something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah.
Hey, whether you're looking for something positive or something negative, you can find them both.
Yep.
It's just what you're looking for and where you want to change your mindset to. So, I don't know. Chase the
We try to
positive,
be
have
positive.
fun, do some good stuff.
Next question was, early in your YouTube, you featured the youngest dealer at the Antique Center. I think he was 16 at the time. Is he still there? Yes, he is still there, but he's no longer 16. He's 17. He got a year older.
He sold some shirts yesterday.
He did, didn't he? Yeah, he sells a lot of stuff. Okay, here we go. Next question says, I do wonder how your vendors feel when you sell jewelry and things on all your other platforms. Does it affect them trying to sell their own stuff? So I'd like to address that because we get a lot of comments about us and us selling and things. And so the at Burner Brothers on Whatnot is a new outlet that we sell, but we've been resellers. I mean, always. This is all I've ever done since I was 10 years old. And we've resold before Whatnot and before YouTube. You know, we were selling the volume we are right now. Now it's just being recorded and you guys are seeing it. When we bought the Antique Center, we were already doing all of those things. And so I don't think that it distracts or takes something away from the Antique Center. I actually think it brings a unique element back to the Antique Center because we were there for 20 years with our business before we bought the Antique Center. I actually leased an entire building there for 20 years. So we helped grow the Antique Center as a whole with our business. And we have a lot of our dealers that actually call us when they stock their cases now. They know the things that we like to buy, and they're like, hey, come check this case out. I just restocked it. So yeah, I don't think it affects them. It might. I don't know from you guys' perspective. You want to add any comments to that?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
The thing that I love is, like yesterday, I met probably 5 or 6 different couples that were there simply because they've seen us on a social media platform, and they're like, oh yeah, we want to come out and check out the heart. Those are new people coming through the door. And that's what we keep talking about. If we can get people through the door, we're brick and mortar, so getting people through the door is huge for us. And that's what we're constantly striving to do. And we're doing that for our dealers. And I think it's a success. It's the same thing that you did with the auction house, you know, over the past 20 years. So,
what was you going to say?
Yeah, if you come in and you see us, say something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, people have seen us before and they said, well, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to interrupt you. I didn't want to. No, by all means, if you come in and you see anybody, just
say, hey, how's it going?
How's it going? And, yeah, grab a hold of us and let us know you're there. But I was, I can't remember what I was going to say about the other. What was the question?
Here we are,
goldfish.
Back in high school.
He's cheating on the test right here. See, this is what he did in high school. He's cheating. He's rereading it.
See, now I remember. See, that's why I had to peek. The dealer came in a couple weeks ago though, and she'd restocked her booth, and she grabbed a hold of me. She says, hey. She goes, make sure your brother goes down and looks at my booth because I just put 3 things in there that I know he'll like. So.
Yeah,
but yeah, people always.
And part of what we do with this channel as a whole is like to bring awareness to the Heart of Ohio Antique Center. So I feel like that's part of our DNA for this channel. You know, we're promoting our Burner Brothers brand as a whole, but the Heart of Ohio Antique Center, you know, as owners of that, we've got a massive antique center. We're trying to promote our dealers, the business as a whole, bring excitement back into the business, and not just excitement, but enthusiasm in a real and new way. because there's a lot of young people that are buying and selling. They're doing stuff differently, and I love that. I mean, I see, like you said, vintage shirt selling.
Yeah.
You know, traditional antiquers 20 years ago, if you just said you're going to put a rock shirt in an antique store, they'd laugh at you. They'd say, you're not allowed to bring that in here. We're selling like vintage rock shirts for 100 and 200 each. You know, some of these young dealers are, and it blows my mind. Something else that I think that we have to be challenged with is, as owners of the Antique Center, is to change with the times. You know, we don't want to ever stop selling traditional antiques, but we always have to be willing to adapt to the new markets, the new fads, the new
What's up and coming. That was
What's
a
up
big
and
thing
coming.
for me, Jacob. When I first started getting back into this, I'm shaking my head at like some of the dishware and stuff that you're like, no, that's really good. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, those orange swung vases, right?
Yeah, swung bases, but also like even, well, the Pyrex, of course.
Pyrex.
That was new to me. And then some of the Corningware and the other things that Jacob's like, no, this is good.
Don't throw that in the dumpster, Josh.
Sitting there looking at it like, Jacob, this is what we've
been
just
giving
put in
this
the camper, man. You know, if you needed some new dishes. So-
Our aunt's house, the swing bases. Now, I'm telling you right,
Yeah.
think about her house when we were kids going in there. The amount of
But
swing
what's
bases
cool
she
is,
had in her home, in the ashtrays. She had orange
yeah,
Everything.
everything.
Yep.
I'll bet she had minimum 20 swing bases sitting around her house.
Yep.
And they were all different sizes, and
yeah.
I was like, man, I'd like to go back in time.
If you only knew.
Aunt Nita! That's funny. Okay, here's another question for you. Do you have other warehouses for your stuff?
Yes, we do.
We got a lot of warehouse
I can
space.
see one from here.
Actually, the warehouse that we sold, so just that backstory again, if you guys, because you've seen the video we put out, the backstory was when we bought the Antique Center, that warehouse was part of the buy. And the Antique Center is not a buying and selling business. It is it's a service. So we have a service that we provide to vendors like Kate or whoever else, and we want to stay focused as the Heart of Ohio Antique Center in that service. So we liquidated that inventory, got it off our books, and we had to get rid of it, get it off our books. So that's why we did that wholesale. But that doesn't have anything to do with any of our Burner Brother antiques or Burner's Auction Gallery inventory. We've got actually more inventory in our other warehouses than we showed, you know, at that building. Like this building down here, literally, there's 100,000 items. It's ridiculous.
It's packed.
13,000 pounds of costume
It's like
jewelry.
my garage, except that the thing is 25 times the size of my garage. When you open the door, you got to slide stuff out to get in.
Hell.
You're like, I'm pretty sure I got one of those or 10 of those.
Well, the last time we were down there, he said, hey, go grab a cart and bring it back. And I said, how am I getting a cart back here? I'm not getting a cart back here.
There was a comment or two about commissions and rates and things, and I think we're pretty competitive on what our commissions are, and most antique centers have a booth rent and a commission. Matter of fact, I don't know of any that don't do that. You might. I don't know. Most, it's pretty standard in our business to charge.
It all evens out. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter what you call it. It ends up being the same pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty close. And then I got some guys like in South Florida, when they hear our rates up here, they're like, that's crazy cheap. You know, you guys are like not even close to comparing to if you were down here. But different locations, you know, we're in a rural area of Ohio, actually. You can, we can get employees at a reasonable price. We pay them fair.
And the hours, too. I mean, not many people can beat your hours. 9:30, you're open before everybody else. The people who are early birds are going to come there first, and you're open till 6. The people who did everything else are going to come there last.
Yeah. But something
every day.
And you think about this is a booth rent. You're actually paying for a storefront. Imagine paying all this individually. You're paying for storefront. You're paying your utilities. You're paying your insurance. You're having your hours. You're open 362 days a year selling stuff. All the advertising, the backwork, the accounting, like you're paying for all of those services as part of that lease.
And the employees to sell your stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to
full-time employees. You don't got to be there. So you know when you think about the price, if you're setting up in an antique center, antique mall, or letting someone else sell your stuff, all of those factors. If you do it on your own, you're talking thousands of dollars of difference per month. If you're doing it by yourself, and that's why they're successful.
Not to mention time.
Yeah, time. That's huge. Cool. All right. Audrey is a good model for jewelry. Is she family? No. Audrey is Lucas's girlfriend. She might be family. We're not sure. She's. You never know.
Jury's still out.
I think he's in the process of working on that.
We'll see what happens.
I'll talk to Lucas about that one. I don't know.
That's all I had to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that. Have you thought about
Forrest Gump?
Have you ever thought about doing a live sale on YouTube? What is the difference between Whatnot or YouTube? Other resellers use YouTube to schedule their sales. Thanks for your time and good job. You want to talk about YouTube sales? Like, I don't know anything about YouTube sales.
You're the pro.
She's like, nope.
Put on the spot.
I mean, to say it politely, you're paying, what, 12% total in fees to an app that provides a service, much like how you talked about the commission rate at the Heart of Ohio, to organize and take payment and, you know, take shipping labels and make sure everybody's up to date and correct. On YouTube, something like that, you're paying maybe 2.5% of fees to PayPal or whatever credit card fee. You don't have anybody to take care of any of that backlog. You have to manually take payments. You have to manually make sure emails and addresses are right and all this information and invoicing and send it out and communication back and forth and a pile of emails.
Not even comparable. It's worth it.
Right.
Pay the
Have fun.
percentage.
Yeah.
I ain't got that kind of time.
Sure.
You just have to go buy the stuff
what
you're going
makes
to try to
that
sell.
like
I'll pay your
Well, not just what
extra
makes it
10%.
successful.
Yeah, 10% for that is no brainer.
That's a good deal. Somebody was commenting about us taking it easy on talking about other antique centers compared to ours, and you know, like we said earlier, we just don't talk about other places if we can't do it in a positive way. And Kate would be the expert on antique malls as a whole. You know, antique centers. She's definitely way more expert than us.
Kate, she gave me constructive criticisms, what I like to call it, because I asked her blunt. I was like, hey, what do you see? What do we need to change? How do we compare? What can we improve on? And she gave me some great ideas.
And you know
I loved
what's
it.
cool?
We try to do things and really mixing some things up front.
You've done almost everything.
It's cool.
You've done like all but one thing that I told you to do.
Right.
But we're
Even
working.
the signs
Yep.
brighter. I mean,
Yeah.
it pops. It's
Yeah.
vibrant. You added color to the. I mean, you made it.
We didn't paint the walls. You told me to paint the walls.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
you
not
made
yet.
it. You made it better. You don't need to because you added so much color, and you know, I mean, you did paint the signs. The signs were
they're cleaned up.
you know,
Everything's looking
beige,
fresh.
and now it's white, and it's like exciting, and yeah.
So yeah, we definitely we listen to the.
Yeah.
Somebody like Kate comes in and talk about it, and we try to make things better.
And honestly, I mean, the Heart of Ohio, I haven't been near the antique centers you have, but I've just never been to a place like the Heart of Ohio. Every time I go somewhere else, I'm like, I'd love to get back to our place. And I love that for our dealers. We have international buyers that come in. Last week there was a group, I don't know if it was Japan, maybe. I forget the country, but that's regular. Like any given week, we have someone from anywhere in the world that'll fly in to visit the Heart.
Ireland yesterday.
Ireland yesterday
Had two families come in.
Well, what's cool about it too is a lot of people, everybody loves to tell everybody how many square feet they have. It's like a thing. Like, it's easier to find the square footage of an antique mall than the hours, I find. But what they don't mention in big print is how many dealers they have, which is a big difference. So there's like 3 or 4, I think, maybe 5. Yeah, five antique malls that have around the same square footage, but a couple of them have 200 something dealers, and then there's one that has like 500 something dealers, and then there's there's about 2 that have in this mid to high 600s, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And you guys have 8?
Between 7 and 8. It depends
Yeah,
on
so
how
there you
many.
go.
Yeah, it's in that
So
range.
there you go. I mean, you have the most variety because the square footage doesn't matter if it's all one person's stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if you have 20,000 square
Yeah.
feet of depression glass,
Right.
you're gonna have 20,000 people keep on walking. You know,
Right.
only a small
Yeah.
percentage of that. The variation
Yeah.
you guys have is where it's at.
it's so much fun to walk into each individual booth and you can see people's taste. And then you do see some that are like, all right, I bet this is the same as the other person, or you kind of pick that up as well. But you're right, jumping into every booth, walking around it, you see different stuff.
But what I will also say is when you go to those booths, there's usually something that's out of place in those booths. I noticed it in a few booths yesterday that because I spent 4 hours plus
you were there
in one wing.
Yeah.
I normally just try to wing through. And I noticed in a lot of the booths that I would normally kind of buzz through, I found something that stood out, and it was just the thing, you know? So it makes you look. It demands your attention.
It does.
Yeah. You know, you talked about taking ideas and doing things and putting people in places. And I think that's kind of what Jacob did with us, Josh.
Yeah.
You know, they say surround yourself with people smarter than you, and it makes you look really good.
It's definitely right?
I think that's kind of what happened.
I think we're in good company, but I think we're on the other end of that.
We are. Maybe. I'm just saying.
Maybe we're the ones surrounding ourselves with people a little bit smarter.
Well, I know. I just felt good for a second.
Toot your own horn.
Talking about that.
I forget where you are. Ohio, Springfield. We're in Springfield, Ohio, if you're not familiar with the Heart of Ohio Antique Center. That's so
Jimmy, I will say, though, I don't know anybody that can quote and come up with songs the way you do.
Well,
that's pretty impressive.
In pretty much any movie titles, songs, I can whip something out for the moment, but
something will be said and you'll start singing.
Lots of useless information stored up here.
It's useful, very useful on Whatnot Live.
We found your calling, so we did.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you're not,
missed you, man.
Well, I missed it.
Our Whatnot Friday sales, guys. If you're not following us on Whatnot, if you don't do anything else, Friday at 4 p.m. go to the YouTube app even and just watch. It's just a fun atmosphere. We sell bulk jewelry and it's a lot of fun. And Jimmy dresses up in different attire every week. You never know what's going to happen.
The ghost was probably my favorite.
The
ghost got me because I wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
You wore a shield the entire time.
Yeah. When people kind of say, well, I can see that, and then I was, ghost, where'd that come from?
The ghost, and the setup, it was very well played.
Yeah, because Josh ghosted us, so we had to throw that in there.
Throw that in there.
Kind of like I did
the guy
last
that's
week.
Been gone all week.
Yeah, he ghosted us last week, didn't he? All right.
I was surprised I didn't see the ghost return, Josh. I was looking for it when I got on it.
No, what I thought about doing was shaving all this and then doing this here, put some extenders on there and dressing up as you.
He was going to be dressed up as Jimmy Day.
Yeah, I was. And I was like, well, if he doesn't come back, we have another Whatnot. I'm going to do that. But he came back.
Yeah.
Next question. What happened to those 2 huge Chinese vases that were so prominent? So the guy that bought them changed his mind. He said he didn't want to have to pick them up.
They're still there.
So now we put them actually out in the antique center. Did I even put a price on them yet?
They're just sitting there.
They're just sitting there. They're for sale. If you want to buy them, we'll sell them to you. So they are there still.
I didn't break them.
Jimmy did not break them.
A couple other things, but not those.
I think they are as tall. I think they're as tall as I am.
Yeah, they're huge. I bet
they're 6 foot. They're taller.
They're taller than me.
Yeah, they're definitely taller than you.
Yeah, they're taller than me.
I was thinking they're probably 6 foot.
Josh tried to put me in one once.
You ever seen that video?
No, I need to see that.
Yeah, that's one of the old originals.
Yeah, the original. We did a couple shorts, and one of them, Josh was just like shoving me down in one of those.
That's pretty good. A pop-up.
I like the short
It's
word.
a pop-up.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the super fly short
Watch
word.
for pop-ups.
Tosses you over the shoulder.
That's so funny.
Josh had the little wrestling guys.
Yeah, yep.
We were doing, when we first started,
Suplex
before
Jacob.
YouTube, we were just doing Facebook shorts.
Yeah.
We weren't on YouTube at all, and we would make these little 10 and
Promoting
20.
the heart. We're just doing
Promoting the Heart of
little things,
Ohio,
promoting
doing
the heart,
goofy things. And one of them, we had 2 wrestling figurines. And Josh was sitting at our desk playing with the figures, and he body slams one of them. He said, "That's what I'm gonna do to you." And then we go out there, and Josh literally body slams me in the back room, and then walks on top of me and stands up.
Champ.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun with shorts. Okay, somebody was asking about trades in the tools. Wondering if you could have a chance to share a few trades in the tools. I'll try and get that in the video sometime. I don't want to answer it on this one, but because that'd be a pretty long, complex answer to a question. But I will address that in an upcoming video how we do things.
That's where that surrounding yourself with smart people comes in.
That is so funny. That question don't have to answer. Dino, is Dino your youngest son, Josh?
Yes, Devin is going into the 9th grade, so that's why I was a little late today with taking him up. They work out in the mornings at 8 a.m., so ran him up to the school, got him doing his thing, and I'm picking him up here in just a little bit.
So there's another person that's kind of confused about all the people on our channel. They're like, so who's, how many, 3 children, Josh, Jimmy, Jason, Jacob, how many of you are there? Who's your kids? You guys want to work through that?
Mine are Deacon
I don't want to make a
and
mistake.
Scout
There's too many.
and Devin. Devin's the one we call Dino. Scout works in the cafe. Deacon actually works for the city. We don't get to get him on video very much, but he's always around. And Jimmy?
Yep, then I have the 4 kids. Gabe is my oldest. He's married. Meg is my sister. His
Be careful what you say.
Hold on.
my
Either.
sister-in-law.
So did
That's
Deacon
just went
marry
sideways.
his-
She's my daughter-in-law.
Now I'm
She's my kid's sister.
Now you understand.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
I thought I had it until he started
My
talking
kid's
about it.
sister-in-law, but then we have my grandson, Brantley, and
Yep.
then she's also pregnant again now.
Yes.
And
So Meg's
she
your daughter.
has a little girl. My kid's daughter-in-law.
Your kid's daughter-in-law, what happened?
Meg's my daughter. My kid's sister-in-law. You switched the words on me. See, he's messing with me right now. That's,
Surrounding yourself with people
see,
smarter than you.
I know he did.
Get
I
you in trouble.
Get you in trouble. And then, then moving downward, we have Allison.
Is Shannon your wife?
Yes, Shannon's my wife. We've seen her a couple times on video. Then moving down, my daughter Allison, and then my other daughter Macy, and then my son Braden is the youngest. And Braden just started into a new adventure. He's got his own little construction thing going on, and
And they're all
Macy's
successful.
actually
you're
off for the
all of them
summer.
are doing their thing, man.
Yeah, Macy's off for the summer, and she's working out to heart. She's a teacher, and then Allison is works from home on the computer for a company, and
Yeah, they're doing good stuff.
and
then Jason, our other brother is Jason. He was on videos last week.
Yep.
Jason has 3 girls and a boy.
Yep.
And you haven't seen any of those of his kids on video, but we're hoping to get Jason to
They're
work with us in another
Teachers and
couple of
nurses
years.
and
Yeah.
I mean they're all doing good stuff.
yeah, oh yeah.
And then my kids are Noah, Kaylin, and Lucas. And Audrey is Lucas's girlfriend. And then my oldest 2 are both married. And we have 1 grandkid, Rose, and another grandkid on the way. We don't know what it's going to be yet. Kaylin is going to have one in November, December, January, somewhere in there. December, January. Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
So we're actually in the Papahood.
We are papaws now.
Yeah,
It's
and
a-
we made Dad.
He's a great.
grandpa.
He's great. Okay.
How about the order though? We're sitting in order again.
Got
aren't we?
the Audrey. I don't know. Are we? Is Kaylin started? Here's a question about Kaylin. Is she started nursing? She starts next month in nursing. Where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy? Jimmy, where have you been?
Sometimes
Where's
here,
Jimmy?
sometimes
Just
not.
disappeared.
It's been like 11 days.
It was
11
Friday
days.
to
Wow.
Sunday. It was a great adventure. I got the whole family.
I
We
saw
planned
you
it about
skiing.
a year. What's
I
that?
saw you skiing.
Saw my ski?
No, I saw you
you
skiing.
Skiing, yeah, okay.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
He still
Well,
water skis.
Braden got out there and started water skiing, and he was
Showing off a little,
showing
yeah.
off a little bit, blah blah. We're in the boat, and I said I taught him everything he knows, and they were like, "Oh yeah, right." So
Show him you still had it.
I'm not as good as I once was, but I
Good once as you ever were,
once
right?
as I ever was for about 5 minutes. Skiing, but it was fun. Yeah, we did some skiing. Actually, everybody skied. We got a picture of me and Braden skiing together, and Allison skiing with Braden, and Macy skiing. And,
Yeah,
it was fun.
that looked fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Next question.
All the family did.
When you auction 1,000 items, how many boxes get shipped versus local pickup? That's a great question. Most of it gets shipped. We have maybe 10 to 15 customers a week that come in and pick up, and they might buy, from 1 item to 10 items each, and everything else gets shipped. So we work with the UPS store in Fairborn, Ohio. They come to our facility and wrap and pack all the burners.com stuff. All of our whatnot items, Lucas and Joe wrap, pack, and ship, and so and all of that gets shipped 100%. So a lot of stuff does get shipped. Oh, here we go. What sort of item did your acquaintance want? Non-specific, glass, pottery, etc. I'm not sure what video that was from. So I'm gonna have to skip that one. Sorry. Here's the one I was looking for. So I enjoy your coffee talk each week. I heard you say you sold some remaining items in your storage sale to your cousin and sons. Wondering what venue they sell their items on. So we sold all of the stuff left at the warehouse building to a cousin, and they actually own a thrift store. And if you watch Crazy Lamp Lady's video last week, she came over and went to that thrift store. And then I've got a video coming out and while we're on vacation of that thrift store as well. And they just got signed up on Whatnot. They just got, they're expanding. He's pretty young, Liam is. And him and his grandpa and his dad kind of all went together and bought it, and so they're not sure where they're gonna sell it all yet, but it was a good deal, and yeah, they're gonna do well with it.
Oh yeah, I think
you need to add with Liam on that.
Do you know their Whatnot name? Because you're gonna have 50 people ask.
I can find that in 1 second. I've got it text to me.
Yeah.
Their Whatnot name.
Oh, that's awesome.
Throw a little.
Show the camera.
Flexing, throw a little water.
Only you would think. Oh yeah.
See, now here's my son. There's skiing, and if I am on there and I'm throwing a little water in my son's face right there. See, he didn't think I could get that down. Well, not very often do I get a flex on him, so let's throw a little water in his face.
Okay, so Liam's name on Whatnot is Friends and Finds. He hasn't had his first sale yet, but it's going to be coming up this week, he said, at some point. Friends and Finds.
Friends and Finds.
Friends and Finds.
Friends and Finds.
Everybody should say it.
Friends and Finds.
Friends and Finds.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's going to be cool is I think you're going to see a lot of the stuff from the warehouse eventually cross that platform as well.
Yeah, they will. They got plenty of it for sure.
They've been working on it.
Every day
they're down there getting after it.
What is Mamaw's name? Mamaw?
Mom.
Mom.
Yeah, Mom.
Mommy?
Mommy, Mamaw.
Mom. Bro. Isn't that the old saying?
Ma.
You go from mommy to mom to bro.
Yeah, something like that.
So Mamaw and Papa are Jim and Alice are their names. So anybody would like to address her by Alice. Her name is Alice, but she would probably just as soon be addressed by Mamaw.
We're kind of like the reindeer, Josh. You know what you say, like Dasher, Dancer, Prancer. We're Jimmy, Jason, Jacob, Josh. We're all J's, though.
That is.
You can remember all of them. It's a
Mom would, when we would get in trouble, she would go through that list 4 or 5 times before she would get to the right one.
She'd never get it right, though.
No.
She'd finally look at you like,
you, or whatever.
Get over here.
That's when you knew you were in trouble. Jimmy, Chase, chop. You get over here.
Right to that edge to where she would say, I'm going to tell your dad. And then you're like, uh-oh.
So
that happened.
Mom, what can I do?
Oh, you work your tail off for the next 6 hours trying to appease Mom so she didn't tell Dad.
Someone says they're concerned with my speech. I don't know what's been going on with my speech. If something has been, I haven't noticed it. Maybe just tired. Don't know.
We're concerned too.
Jimmy's concerned too. Talk about the AV cart. When I do the conversation about our tools, maybe I'll take you through the AV cart. I don't want to do that today. Where's Kate?
Where's Kate?
Right.
With Jimmy.
We disappear like that.
Vacation. You guys were on vacation, right?
They must have been on vacation somewhere. I don't know what happened.
Well, she goes a lot more places than I do, I can tell you that.
That's awesome.
I get one a year.
You get
Oh,
two
whatever. Where are you going to in 2 weeks?
Jimmy gets one a month.
Pre-scouting for him.
Yeah.
Those are vacation.
We're checking out things.
Those are work
things
trips.
out for Josh.
Right.
Here's one for us. Where and when will Joe sell the micro mosaics? Okay, that I'm not sure when. What is today? This is Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some of those are going to sell tonight. If you're watching this video, it's 8 p.m. on Whatnot. At least half of them will sell, maybe a little bit more. And then the rest will probably sell the following week on Whatnot. So I guess that's the answer to that question. No Jimmy on Whatnot sales. Who wore the crazy costume? Question mark. We didn't have a crazy costume last week. Yeah, we didn't. Bulk Friday, we didn't have a costume.
Jason let us down, man.
Jason didn't come in like wearing a costume.
Yeah, we were expecting him.
Well, I don't know.
You didn't? Did you leave him a costume?
I'm curious what you're going to dress up as this Friday.
I've seen it. That kilt, whatever it was.
The kilt.
Jimmy's going to wear a kilt this Friday.
Oh, well. Oh, okay. So you picked it out already, huh?
Well, you brought the kilt up. I don't know.
I thought that might be what Jay showed up in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, you know
He
he's
was gonna
31%.
come. What happens? He falls asleep.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
He
good.
got home from work and sat down in the chair and fell asleep. Completely forgot about our show. I was like, "Where were you?"
That's
He was
so
like,
funny.
"Oh man, I forgot." So, yeah,
So
he was
that'll
there
work.
Wednesday. Jason's he actually stepped up.
But
Wednesday.
well,
Yeah.
that'll work though, right? If I tell you I forgot. I'm getting old. I'm the oldest.
Just tell us there's a yard sale. That's why you're late.
Yeah. And
When
Georgia?
and where?
Yard sale in Georgia, I gotta go to.
When and where are you selling the Hummels? They will be sold on burners.com. That sale will be in 3 weeks because we're taking 2 weeks off. So burners.com on the Hummels. What's happening with Lucas's collection? Well, not much. He's just staring at it. He's not really grown it any lately. He's got an item that he's supposed to be getting in the mail sometime this week. Some kind of an art glass paperweight that he's so excited about. He's told me about it 4 or 5 times, but I don't remember what he said. I have a hard time unless I see the item. But round 2 for the vendors, and then maybe a shop on whatnot. Well, the warehouse is all sold. So we're, Lee, we just talked about that. Golly, let me see.
Yeah, I was kind of in shock when Josh. I mean, I was out of town, and Josh, I knew you were having the
I
vendors
keep
thing.
forgetting you weren't there
Oh,
Friday.
yeah, you didn't.
Yeah,
you didn't
no.
work
Oh,
at
no.
all.
I was
the entire
well,
time.
well,
It was fun, Jimmy. A
Here's the
lot of
crazy
people,
thing.
you know how we said they would be overwhelmed?
right.
They came in and it was like, there's so much here. How do you start?
Right.
So they did. They dove in, started looking, walked. A lot of them walked all of it, and then they would pick out little things. Then they would go back and then start
Well, there
really
was a
buying.
few things there that there was like a lot of a few things there, and I said that. Well, I said, I won't worry about that. I'll get it when I come back. I'm sure they won't buy all of those. And I thought, well, no, you know what? I'll buy one now because I want it. Then Josh sends me a thing and says, we sold everything in the warehouse, and I was like, what?
Thought I was messing with you.
Yeah, I did. I thought you were messing with me. I said, there's no way those dealers bought everything. And you were like, no, seriously, we sold everything. And I was like, oh my goodness.
we need your key.
We need your key back.
I was like, my goodness, that's crazy.
It was.
But yeah, that's awesome to be able to. I mean, that was a large amount of stuff.
Yeah.
And I hope that dealers had fun picking through it. I mean,
They
I do.
did.
I think they would have.
They did.
We didn't. We were going to try and get Kate down there to let her pick, but we never got it done.
No,
You never did get into the warehouse?
I never did.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been over there though.
To this one?
Yeah, I got one of my favorite things from that warehouse.
What is it? Which piece?
The really, really interesting looking cat. The gray and white cat. Yeah, that stays.
You got that. That's
on
permanent.
my mantle. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's so cool.
It was cool. It is cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so business coming up, man. We got lots of stuff happening. Kate's got lots happening. The Heart of Ohio Antique Center, we're promoting it. We're trying to grow that, obviously, for our vendors as well as for us. We got Whatnot shows coming, theburners.com, our YouTube every day. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. And if you have a certain question, we'd love to talk through it. With just our insight. We don't have a lot of insight, but
Give you what we got.
give you what we got.
It's funny too because I keep thinking of the question when somebody asks, how does it affect your vendors, you selling online and yada yada. And I'm thinking, well, I've been sitting here with you guys for over 24 hours now, hanging out. I watched your Whatnot sale. And the only thing I've bought is a bunch of stuff from your vendors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that happens all the time. We have people that come in and say, we watch you guys on YouTube and your Whatnots, but we want to come to the Heart and shop.
Yeah.
And we're getting more, so it's really building the brand. We talked about this last night a little bit. I feel like it's like what's happening right now with the combination of YouTube, Whatnot, and the Heart. It's like a catalyst.
Circle of life.
It's circle of life. It's just starting to build on each other, and each business is helping the other one out. And the same with our burners.com sales too. And the mix of that, like all of that stuff together is like bringing new life to all of it, and it's growing.
What I like about this too is it brings it to people that might not be able to get out and get there, or just people might not be able to get out at all. I mean, these platforms bring it to you, so you don't have if you can't find your way there, or you're not able to get there. we're trying to bring it to you because people still want to be involved with the antiques. If they like it and they have a passion for it, and they still want to be involved in it, and they still want to buy things and sell things, or just be around it. This is a way to do that and still be involved with it.
And you have a great sense of community. Even people who aren't the most interested in antiques, I've talked to them at the Heart because people just come up and start talking to me, just like you said, and they're like, I don't even really like this stuff, but I'm watching X, Y, and Z, or my wife watches it, and then I started watching it because I was in the room, and the sense of community you guys have is unreal.
I think that's important to have in someone's life, and there's a lot of families and people that don't have community, and that's probably one of our biggest comments over time is people are blown away that we actually have so many family members and friends and people that get along. We actually enjoy being around each other. Like, what do you guys do when you're not on camera, for real? Well, we just hang out.
You probably started to see that,
It's exactly the same. Yeah.
Goofing off and
having fun.
Trying to make light, work hard and play hard, right?
Work hard and play hard, absolutely.
Well, that's a big motto. I mean, when you're getting after it, working hard, work hard. Do the things you need to do and get it done.
Do what's in hand.
You need that time away. From any job you're doing, you may get stressed out, or things get to you because we're human beings, and so you need that time to say, you know what? I'm gonna go play hard too and have some fun and enjoy my friends.
It's unwind time.
Blackout time.
Blackout time.
Jimmy and Kate was saying last night, if people understood that these two are both ex-deputies on our Whatnot shows.
Yeah, it just adds like a whole new element. I just wanted to be like, pin the comment and be like, you guys, seriously, like, pay attention. These were deputies. Like, I just think of the, getting pulled over, because I stay getting pulled over. I'm going 10 under the speed limit with out-of-state tags. I'm like, can't see over the dash. And I'm like, if the guys who were pulling me over right now, I saw them on the internet later that day, or a month or year or whatever, wearing a giant fork. It would really change the experience for me, for the better. Yeah,
that'd be a good thing.
So cool.
The guy comes up to your window with a giant fork. Excuse me, can I have your registration?
I don't think you can. So cool.
You gotta keep it real.
Yeah.
Life is short, man. I just feel like right now we're in a good spot. We're trying to be a light to a lot of people. Just share the passion we have, grow our industry.
It's about relationships in your life.
I mean,
and it's a little bit about you talk about that, and that's what I think. That's what he wants us to do: have relationships in our life and build those, and build them with people and each other, and we do a good job of that. I love it. I love building.
You know what's cool, and you guys kind of mentioned it a little bit, with people that come into the Antique Center, it's the same way. When they come in the door, like our employees and our vendors and customers, we have customers that are there 2-3 times a week.
Every day.
And
some come every day.
A lot of times they're coming in just to hang out. And it's like, I don't know, it just becomes like a little community, and people really enjoy coming and being a part of that.
Yeah. Well, more people have told me, Josh, that when they come there now, though, they used to think of it like an antique center as, I can't get anything there because it's all antiques, and then they said we're not going to the mall and shopping anymore, like for a birthday coming up for someone, or a Christmas present, or just a gift, or a wedding. Now they're coming to the antique mall because it's take the mall part of it. There's everything there for everyone. And if you could think of, I would be willing to challenge people that if you're going to an event and you're going to do something, think of a gift you would want to get them, or something you'd want to get someone. I'll bet you could find it at the mall.
You mentioned the head tables at weddings. We sell a lot of stuff that are set up for the head table, whether they're tumblers or whatever. Right. But they'll come in and they'll buy everything for the head table. It's like, that's really cool.
That's cool.
And I will say this, a lot of people ask me, one of my biggest comments is, how do you learn this stuff? How do you know? I want to get into it, but I don't know where to start, yada, yada. Well, the best place to start, I'm not getting paid to say this is my genuine opinion, is the Heart of Ohio Antique Center, because you have so many vendors with so much variation who take the time to actually, it's not like Red Vase. If you want to know what it is, there are vendors, there's enough vendors in there. You do have those things where you get lucky and you find something that have such description and so much information that just like, you know, you want to know what it is, you see it, you put a picture to it, you clock what it is. When you go out into the wild, you see it, you know what it is because you saw it from one of your vendors. It's really cool. It's the best education.
No, you're right.
Get.
They write. There's some descriptions on there. I mean, they're even
there's some books.
We have a couple vendors that'll put where they bought it, if it's something that's traditionally from that era or area, and they'll write that in there too.
Yeah.
I was like, that's really cool. So they're putting what it is, where it came from, like all this other stuff.
I mean, it's like a museum.
It's great.
Yeah, it's like an walking it's an interactive encyclopedia as far as I'm concerned.
That's cool.
Very cool. Well, guys, listen, today's Coffee Talk, Kate, special guest. Make sure you're following her, follow that bug.
I'm ready to go see Janet.
We got time to go. We got the Antique Center's open. We got to go. So don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.